Hey everybody, welcome back to the Real Estate Machine Show and the old modern success formula there, 2 times CP times 2. So at the beginning of the year, beginning of 2022, I set out to make these weekly kind of snippets of content. And believe it or not, we're halfway through. We're coming up on July 4th here, or we just passed July 4th, I should say. And now we're getting into the second half of the year. And today's topic is, I think everybody has kind of their personality, and along with personalities come ways of speaking and maybe quotes, maybe life quotes. And I've kind of collected a handful of quotes over my lifetime, in business and life and stuff like that. And I'm going to share 3 of them with you today. These are quotes that, I don't know if I made them up, or they just kind of came off of me, or they just kind of came out of regular conversation and they resonated and I started using them regularly. But, I'm going to claim them for my own. I use them often, and, I'll kind of go into each one, what they mean. And, feel free to steal them, use them, whatever you want, if it helps you out. So my quote number 1 is change motivates you. And what I mean by that is sometimes we have to embrace change. Life is constantly adapting, it's changing. Problems come at you, great things come at you, solutions, all different things. The day in and day out, the daily life changes. We're human beings, so everything is kind of changing. So to some degree, we always have to kind of address change and embrace it to a degree, because when you can do that, it can really motivate you and inspire you. So, for example, if you're kind of getting into a rut or a very, very mundane routine, and you're kind of like on that Groundhog Day thing, you want to try to shake things up a little bit. And it may be something as little as going to a different restaurant for breakfast or something like that, or doing something within your business that maybe is a little bit outside of the box, something that you've been wanting to implement for a long time. And to look forward to those changes should in fact kind of motivate you and inspire you to grow. And that's what we do when we change, we grow. So change motivates you. It's kind of like changing businesses or changing companies or sometimes changing a relationship, right? I get into a rut with a relationship, a boyfriend, girlfriend, God bless us, we want to be married for life, but sometimes that's not in the cards for everybody. So, sometimes change is good, change is to be embraced, and change motivates you. So number 2 is, and this is kind of, this is kind of a salesy or more on the real estate end of my business. We don't retire on one deal. So, and what that means is that as salespeople and as real estate agents and brokers, we make a sale and we earn a commission, right? But we don't earn that commission until we make that sale and the sale closes and we get paid, right? So it's not like there's some sort of there isn't always a consistent paycheck, so to speak, when we're in sales, depending on what kind of specific business or industry we're in within sales. But specifically for real estate, you close a deal, you get paid. You don't close a deal, you don't get paid. That's kind of what it is. But when you get paid, especially on a bigger deal, or if you're working on this really big deal, maybe the biggest of your career or something like that, and the commission check could be really large and you get all pumped up about it, you're still not going to retire on that check. I don't care how big it is, because it may be a big check with a lot of zeros, but it's one deal, it's one transaction. And there's going to be another transaction after that, and there's going to be another one after that, another one after that. Chances are, because if you're already in this business and you're already doing it, you're doing it because there's a level of enjoyment, there's a level of fulfillment, and you're going to continue to do it until you really either don't want to or truly don't have to. You'll turn a deal here or there. So in effect, you are not going to retire on that one deal. So the mindset when you're working on that deal is, absolute value, absolute service to the client, guide through the transaction, get it closed, get paid, and then decide what you're going to do, where you're going to go, right? But you're not going to retire. I guarantee you're just not going to retire, because that's just not the way it goes. Anyway, that's number 2. Number 3, let's try and buy it, right? sometimes this is the simplest, you could be talking to a buyer client of yours, right? And you're telling them what, they may have seen something, or you showed them something, and you're kind of talking through whatever, the pros and cons of the house or the building or whatever you're buying, whatever you're showing. And, they're kind of going through their own process on what they want to do next. But really, these buyers, they need guidance when it comes down to it. And that guidance includes really propelling them to take action, to either buy the house, don't buy the house, whatever, take some action. So if the conversation is going where there's a lot of pros and they're really kind of digging this house, you have to ask the question, or you have to make the statement, let's try and buy it. Let's just try and buy it. I feel like it works. I think that that's a very simple phrase. Let's try and buy it. And that's all that we can do, right? And, let's write an offer. Let's make an offer. No, let's try and buy it. Because when you say, let's try and buy it, you're already like psychologically thinking, we're buying this house. So we're going to try and buy it. We're going to buy it. We're not going to make an offer. Making an offer is like too early. It's too uncertain. It's too unclear. You're going to put pen to paper. Yes, it's part of the process, but you don't know what's going to happen after that. You may not even get a response. But if you try and buy it, now you're like, all right, we're going to take some serious action. We're going to try and buy this house. So that's something that I heard probably almost 30 years ago. And somebody told me, they're like, let's try and buy it. I think it was a client that actually told me that. He goes, let's try and buy it. And I've used that through my entire career when working with buyers, when I feel that's an appropriate bridge to action. Let's try and buy it. Use it anytime. So those are my 3 quotes. Just to recap real quick: change motivates you. We're not going to retire on one deal, and let's try and buy it. Everybody have a great day. I hope that brought you a little bit of value, and we'll catch up with you real soon. Have a great day.